Hello and welcome to Let's Play Splatoon 2. I'm Saber and let's begin. I guess we have a few things to talk about before the game actually starts because it takes a while to actually get to the single player campaign, and I need to stall. So, the first thing was that I said at the end of For the Frog the Bell Tolls that I had one of 3 games in mind for the next game to Let's Play. One on the Wii U, one on the Switch, and a GBA game. And while this was originally the Switch game I had in mind, I originally actually decided on going with the Wii U game. However, stuff happened. But first, we have character creation, and there's actually a bunch more options this time around with hair and pants. And I'm just gonna cut away because you don't need to see me trying to decide on that stuff. Back to stalling. Anyways, I was going to do a Let's Play on the Wii U, however the Switch Pro Controller fell on the gamepad, cracking the screen. Yes, that happened. I've heard of intentional obsolescence and Nintendo just wanting to forget the Wii U was a thing, but this is a bit ridiculous, Nintendo. And that was only the beginning of issues. Anyways, mandatory tutorial time! Think you're too cool for school? Well, it's time to prove it in battle. Controls are mostly the same as the Wii U game. Motion controls and the right analog stick to aim, left analog stick to move, ZR to shoot, and the only major issue is B is now jump as opposed to X, and X opens up the map since there is no longer a screen to look down at. Actually, we can now skip the whole tutorial just by jumping on these boxes, which I... Well, thankfully screwing that up gives me more time to explain other things that happened. 2018 all around for me was a bad year. The gamepad breaking actually happened in January. I actually recorded the first hour or two of the Wii U game, but due to a combination of the gamepad breaking and when editing, I couldn't sync my audio and video because it seemed like it stopped recording for a second during loading screens, causing it to constantly be out of sync, so I kind of scrapped what I had. My shift changed at work again to something that results in me being too exhausted when I come home, along with other work-related bullshit, which I'm sure I'll find someplace to talk about. Boy, I can't wait to talk about how Salmon Run is the best job I've ever worked. Personal plans fell through for stuff happening in May due to things beyond either of my friends' control, and there were bouts of depression, not helped by the political climate and an election that happened in Ontario in June. I tried recording this on and off and eventually burned out of Splatoon sometime in July and didn't play again until October. And then my old headset, the copper was exposed on the wire, and that eventually went. So I've got a new headset which I'm trying to figure out, but sounds a bit tinny to me. But that will have to make do until I replace it with another one. So, with all of that said, welcome to the hub, Inkopolis Square. Where Inkopolis Plaza was loosely based off of Shibuya in the first game, here Inkopolis Square is loosely based off of Times Square in New York. Which, I wish there was a few more blocks here, just so I could go to fictional post-apocalyptic Nintendo NY. Anyways, let's start this game. And here is this game's set of idols, Pearl and Marina. They talk too much. Thankfully, I have the power of video editing to help with that. Why is our producer freaking out? Read the teleprompter, Marina. Let's see here. This just in. The Great Zapfish has disappeared. Wait, like for reals? I feel like I've heard this story somewhere before, like 2 years ago. There's more. Pop superstar Callie of the Squid Sisters has gone missing. No, not Callie. This is terrible. Do something, Marina. Okay, I'll put together a search part. Whatever, I'm sure they'll turn up at some point. In other news, but shouldn't we form a search party or something? And that's all the time we got. Until next time, don't get cooked, stay off the hook. Welcome to Inkopolis Square, the new nerve center of Inkling culture. That's Deca Tower there in front of you, one of the tallest buildings in all of Inkopolis. There's a lobby at the first floor of Deca Tower for online battles. Over here we've got the Galleria, Inkopolis' most popular shopping center. Here you can buy the freshest gear and weapons to use in battle, but the shops are pretty exclusive, and they won't serve you if you're not fresh enough. What else? Oh, that creepy shop back there. Rumor has it they're hiring from some sketchy job. Might want to think twice before you apply there, unless you really need the dough. And that brings us to the Shoal, the coolest hangout spot in all of Inkopolis. That's where Inklings go to meet up with nearby friends for both competitive and cooperative play. And next we have... Huh? Who is that mysterious squid back there? It almost looks like... Nah, she'd never hang out in a place like this. And those clothes, yeah, must be someone else. Anyways, you should check out the lobby of Deca Tower. That's where you can get your splat on. Maybe later, but first, what's this mysterious box in front of us? We got the Octolaird LS, long sleeve, whoops, and the Studio Octophones that we can now use in multiplayer battles. But I was thinking of just going into the single player mode, but screw that. We're going to do the secret best mode in this game. Spoiler alert, I lied. It's not a secret. Salmon Run. Welcome to Grisco Industries, and congrats on taking the first step towards financial security. Oh, you're a noob. Look, I'd hire ya, but it ain't legal. Besides, you'd just be a liability. Mr. Grizz, come on back once you've hit level 4 and I'll give you a job. Mr. Grizz, I'm like level 49. I'm perfectly fine. I'm professional 400 material. Come on, Mr. Grizz. Unfortunately, much like the first game, you are locked out of most of the shops and locations until you reach level 4 and online, the exception being the weapon shop, which is level 2. So, with nowhere to go, let's jump right into the single player campaign. The Octarians. Hey, you showed up. As soon as I saw you aimlessly wandering around the square, I knew you were the one. I'm Marie. I know you're probably a bit starstruck, but I need you to get over it. Yes, I'm that Marie, you know, from the Squid Sisters. You never heard of me? For eel? Well, you obviously aren't very cultured, but you'll have to do. See, I've got a little thing I need some help with. By now you've heard that the Great Zapfish that powers Inkopolis Square is missing. Well, it's not just missing, it's been squidnapped by the Octarian menace. Again. How do I know this? On the surface I may just look like an absurdly talented pop star. But in truth, I'm Agent 2 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon, a secret society of heroes who save the world from Octarians. Now, I've been trying to keep an eye on the Octarians in my downtime, but I'm a busy girl. If only Callie were here to round to lend a hand. Ahem. I need you to go get the Great Zapfish back from those slimy Octarians. What do you say? Are you in? Ahem. So... I'll just take your awkward silence as a yes. Welcome aboard. When did you get this on me? You were standing out right over there, right? You are now Agent 4 of the new Squidbeak Splatoon. I even bought you a brand new hero suit as a signing bonus. And look at that, it fits like a glove. Not bad for a hand-me-down. Now let's go tear those Octarians limb from limb from limb from limb from... you get the picture. Oh yeah, the entrance to the Octarian realm are invisible, so you'll need to ink them to reveal them. So welcome to Octo Canyon and Tentacle Outpost, the hub world for Splatoon 2's single-player campaign. And unlike Octo Valley from the first game, there is actually a few things that we can do here. The first is this yellow balloon. By hitting it with ink, it relocates to a new location, so we can hit it again with more ink and pop it. And again. And yet again, until it eventually finds a place where it's supposed to be, and we can actually, you know, claim the reward that's inside, which in this case is actually going to be a sunken scroll. In this case, it is actually a souvenir sticker. Welcome to Octo Canyon, the world's most gorgeous gorge. Collect all of the commemorative souvenir stickers. There are two other types of balloons in the hub world. The first is this blue balloon, which, when hit with ink, multiplies into more balloons for target practice. You have to be quick and pop those balloons, otherwise they'll fly away. And the reward for that is 5 power eggs. The final balloon is this orange one that's over here, and by popping it, you get a single power egg. I don't think you had to save the game for a single power egg game. There is one final item in this section of the hub world, and it is right here. This is called Sardinium, and it is used to upgrade weapons. So, now that we've done that, let's go actually play a level, because it's 12 minutes into this video, and we desperately need to play a level. Return of the Octarians. Rescue the Zapfish. So, one of the reasons why I wanted to skip over the tutorial, but didn't because I'm an idiot and broke the boxes, is because they pretty much restate everything right here. I have absolutely no idea why. And it just doesn't make sense to me. You have the first tutorial when you start up the game, and I imagine that people would go to the single-player campaign first before going online. And you kind of had to know the basics just to get out of the tutorial, so I don't know why they're restating everything. Pay attention to the bombs, you stupid octopus! Anyways, the single-player campaign is pretty much the same as the first game. Just make your way through levels, and a few new gimmicks tossed here or there, so I think I'll continue talking about my technical troubles. Continuing my story for the headset, you might have noticed that the sound quality changed yet again. I promise that the next episode will be much more consistent, but I had given the other headset to my cousin to fix. He did. Unfortunately, he told me it was a temp job and it lasted 2 weeks. So basically, this was recorded with 3 different mics. 4 if you count me. I kind of just decided to bite the bullet and ordered some things online, mainly a mic shock mount and a microphone stand. Since I had an Audio-Technica AT2020 lying around, which I had bought for group Let's Plays. Unfortunately, I'm a dumbass and didn't realize it was a cardioid microphone. Or what that means. The short version, it's a mic meant for one person in front of it. So that's my setup now instead of a headset. So there might be some growing pains for a little while, but I'm trying to work through it. Anyways, let's start talking about the game again, because that's all the technical issues I've had with the Let's Play curse, and some of this video better actually be talking about Splatoon 2. This is the first time I've actually used the non-upgraded weapons in the single-player game since it came out, and it's just so slow. I forgot how slow it actually was. I can't wait to actually be able to upgrade this. Even 1 level would be nice. Anyways, here's some armor. I don't need it. Like, there's all these Octarians, and I don't think a single one is capable of shooting me. I know it's only the first level, but if you're giving me some armor, please, like, let it have some purpose. The only time I get hurt in this section is when I stand in the enemy's ink, or when I'm stupid and just stand directly in front of an Octarian's gun so they can shoot me at point blank. Like right there. Anyways, I don't know why I'm so gun happy here. All things considered, the Octarians only want the Great Zapfish because the domes that they live in are falling apart. Although technically Agent 4 doesn't know that. Anyways, each stage also has a piece of Sardinium and a sunken scroll, and we're about to get the first piece of Sardinium here. I have to actually mentally remind myself that it is in fact called Sardinium because I keep trying to call it Sardonite, like it's a Mega Evolution Stone in Pokemon. Don't look down, or do, whatever. Well, normally I'm afraid of heights, but in this case I think I'll just jump down right here and turn around and grab this stage's sunken scroll. Although, you know, I'm probably missing now those power eggs from that, but oh well. Anyways, I guess we should continue onwards because we're pretty much right at the end of the level. I don't need to kill you guys. And right here we have one of the new special weapons for this game, the Tenta missiles. They are missiles that lock on and fire onto a total of 5 targets, which is kind of weird since multiplayer can only have 4 targets total, but whatever. And we have rescued our first Zapfish. 420, that's my time. Blaze it. Of course, this Let's Play is now at like 17 minutes, so let's just read through the little sunken scroll. A shockwave struck while one young lady was performing at the recent youth folk singing contest, doing damage to their venue. Fortunately, no one was injured. And there's Pearl. So, that's it for this episode, since, well, we're 17 minutes in because, oh my god, that intro took forever. In the next episode, I guess we will continue onwards here at Tentacle Outpost and maybe do some online and level up. No, that's level 3, so we won't go there first. I guess I'll just do them in order, painfully. So, until next time, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again. Also, you could totally jump over these, I wasn't lying about that.